So far we've had an essential identity, which was a core aspect of self located in an individual. It's unchanging through time. Then we had a kind of extension of that where that core material could be shaped through time, so it was an innate essential aspect, but it was changed through time. Then we had a non-innate but necessary, so it had to be the way it was. There wasn't an option, because it was created by the shape of society around structuralist understanding of identity. But the identity in both of those, in all of those, is always in one person. One person holds the identity. Then there is a performative identity, which is neither innate nor necessary. It is a performance, and it's not a singular identity now, it's a multiple identity. You are different identities in different spaces. Performative identity. Now we're doing discursive identity, and discursive identity doesn't locate identity as an innate quality. It doesn't locate identity as a structurally created thing. It doesn't locate identity in one person. It does change through time. It could be performative. So discursive identity it's an interesting one. They recognise that the body can have a tethering effect, but the significance of identity is not found in the body. The who you are isn't a bodily thing. It is a collection of stories about you. And it's an interesting one, because we tell identity through stories. Have you ever done something and then said afterwards, "Oh, that wasn't me"? Or maybe you hear somebody doing something, you go, "Oh, that's very them. That's just like them." And there's this kind of matching up of stories to self. When you introduce yourself to new people, you probably tell a bunch of stories about yourself that you feel convey who you are. And I would slightly argue there that there's a skip back to essentialist identity, because there is that matching up of self to story. But a discursive identity is an idea that the meaning that identity holds isn't held in the body, it is held in the understanding between people of who somebody is. So although I might be this thing, there isn't an identity unless there's somebody to identify myself to, or to be identified by. And so the significance of identity happens in between people, and it's these stories, these collected stories that we tell. And they describe them as a sedimented pool of stories. And you think, I know families of people with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities who have to tell a lot of medical stories, but they have other stories. We all, anyone who's a parent has stories of their children. I can tell you things my children did when they were very small, the way they sneezed when they were babies, the particular thing they said when they came off their bike that time. We have these little sets of stories that we build up around all people, but a discursive identity involves the telling of stories. And so maybe somebody with a profound intellectual multiple disability, the family that said we gave her all the identity she had, maybe what they're talking about is they say, we hold these stories, we pass these stories on, we tell people, we tell care teams who she is, because we're the guardians of these stories, and she's not able to do that telling herself. So it's interesting to consider people with profound intellectual and multiple disabilities within a discursive understanding of identity, and maybe to consider how they could be agents in the telling of their stories.